We're good. We're good. Did our margins hold up? The million-dollar question. Survey says... no, they did not. Ooh, yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Could you at least pretend? All right. Okay. If anything, music was too loud. Interesting. We're getting two different looks up at the top. I'm very curious what we're gonna see from Bye Bye here. Because I have a couple of different interesting things going on. Yeah, okay, they're gonna use the Tracer Echo. That was my thinking, because typically your Tracer would do the Symmetra rollout. And they were deciding between a Brawl comp and this more highly mobile composition. I think is what was going on there in Spawn versus the very Brawl comp on the other side, but unable to keep the Ana alive early. 7-2-1 finding themselves in a bit of a hole as Novalent, showing us some skills on the Echo, kicking things off. Nice. Welcome to the party. All right, looking around to the outside, going to try to come through elevator. Or White Room, as it's more commonly known. I've always called it elevators because, well, those are elevators. Looks like elevators to me. Moving in on the second attempt. Don't get distracted by shiny things. The long hallway, Mango's managed to find a little bit of point presence and then just kind of a ring around the rosy center pillar. Mango's going to get aggressive and try to push to the outside. So Velvet does the same. Runs into the back line with Novalent once again, finding a pair, making 3 here for Novalent. Will force Stu finally cuts him down. It's a +1 to Bye Bye on this point, as Stu has even the odds. Nicely done. Point flips here on the second attempt as ults are starting to come online. Huge support ult advantage on the other side, though. A couple of supports getting picked early. Let's see that. Ooh. Stick was there. Mango got the Nemesis out. I believe that did go onto the Ramatra. Do you think it's Sunny Rush coming in from the other side as Bye Bye are trying to sandwich 7-2-1 here on this objective, and it seems to be working. Exudi's able to come up with a final blow to open things up, get into the mix. Boogo picking up a pair, and this point flips right back over. Mobile comp seems to be working here for now, but it has been a bit of a back and forth to start things off. Let's take a look at Mr. Vaughn here. The Hanzo can be particularly good for scouting, as you can see, trying to keep a mark on that outside. But what a dink here from Mayo in the back. Able to take the Hanzo down immediately. Now we got the Annihilation used. It was trying to get the Pilot Diva. We'll settle to try to take the duplicate down and devalue that. Does eventually get a D-Mech down on the Velvet. As Nomulant, stayed alive a little bit longer than anticipated through that duplicate, but still not able to get her done. And the point flips right back. Good sleep here for an exit pick on Exudi. All right, Velvet just like jumped across the gap here. Yeah, that was a dangerous move. 3 ult charge for your supports, I suppose, trying to get Mayo up to that Kitsune rush, where they've almost got it again. All right, same approach as before. Exudi coming in from the backside, from the elevators, 75% towards that pulse. Dragons out front does put Novalent and Velvet around the corner for a moment, and they tried to deal with the Tracer in the meantime, but the Tracer actually comes up with the picks! What on earth? How did that happen? Exudi, I am so sorry. I hope that's playing the game. I saw everybody from 721 go run into White Room to try to chase Exudi, and Exudi comes up with all the kills. Wicked DPS line here for Bye Bye.
Score 1-0. Ready for battle.
Fighting battles at such a young age. I hope you remember to take time for yourself.
Play triangle. I'm not even sure what that means. Yeah.
3.
The Bermuda Triangle's boomed idea. Nobody knows what it is. No changes here for Bye Bye as far as comps are concerned. We're going to get a little bit of a swap from the opposite side. Let's take a look at these changes here. It's going to be a May Cass classic brawl duo. Oh, good God. But Novalent, once again, will draw first blood right out of the gate. Once again, it's Syntax who goes down first. Streamer mode, man. Streamer mode drives me crazy. It's not your fault. It's my fault. All right, back in approach on this second assault. It's all inside, trying to clean this out. Catching Kiriko, who forced them to use their Suzu early, does get the swift step. Looks like they did manage to get out of dodge. Up top. We got a little bit of a change here as Bugha has gone over to an Ana here for this map. And is making good use of it, sitting on this high ground, keeping everybody alive. Big bio nade thrown in, but Novilla goes down. Purple down low. Buhin's just trying to back onto the objective. It was good rotation, good movement. Here out of 7-2-1, we heard that Buhin's had just some great comms, some GOAT comms here for this squad. One of the reasons that they're so strong when we get this support duo. And we saw it in good effect there. Good rotation will net them the point. But the ever-lethal Novalent approaching back in will have an icicle in the face. Never mind. I thought they might get Nano, but it was just a second too late. What a wall! The Nano does come out, and it doesn't even prevent the D-Mech. A disastrous turn here. Well played. Good timing, good focus fire. On point from 7-2-1. And they get 2 ults. Oh, okay, never mind, never mind. Velvet didn't have the self-destruct, but they at least got the nano boost out from Bugha. Fall into waste. I don't know why my brain thought a self-destruct was gonna come out of it. Anyway, over the top, it's gonna be a quick approach back in here for Bye Bye as Mr. Vaughn gets pulse bombed out of their Deadeye. Mr. Mega will run the Kiri off. Mayo responds. Mayo responds with a Kitsune Rush. Now the self-destruct is out on the point. Buhin's dropped the rally, but still stepped out into 4 players. He gets remeked on. That's just embarrassing. Hashtag squashed. All right, Blizzard Annihilation online. It's an interesting approach because 7-2-1 don't have anything to chase the supports with. So they're kind of forced to make sure to put some pressure on and then move in and try to separate them. Oh, Stu, what a shot on the outside with an Amp Matrix right here in the middle. Now, Mr. Vaughn will get cut down by Exudi. Now Exudi has turned eyes onto Stu as well. Meanwhile, we do have a bit of a Ramatra battle going down low. The Troy Ramatra of Mango coming out on top, only temporarily, as Exudi's able to move in with the Tracer, take that pick, and end the fight. It was a late investment from Mango as well. Stu never got a chance to use that Blizzard. Ooh, an early sleep might just throw off the plans here. A giant Bionade will force out the Immortality Field early. Syntax gets forced out of that field, is just absolutely cut down. The Blizzard will hit absolutely no one. Mr. Vaughn playing with very little health. Velvet's able to find that kill with the micro missiles. Exudi will land the pulse, and it is a quick cleanup here for Bye Bye, as they will take map 1. It was back and forth. Ends up being a 2-0. Bye Bye gets control when they need it most there in the final 2 fights of each of our sub-maps. 1-0 lead in the series. Oh, I don't get to see the 3K. I was hoping to get to see the Skitsy 3K that I missed early. Darn. Nice play all around. Good job from Velvet. Let's go. Let's go put that point on the board. Let's see. Hey. That's the wrong button. I have way too many windows and crap open. There it is. Point on the board for Bye Bye. Hey, I mean, it was our first look at either of these squads, and I mean, that was a good first look. That was a good first look. I think Novulant really stole the show for me on the Echo. And then what did I say? Sudi. It's Exudi. Maybe just Sudi. Looking at it here, probably just Sudi. Sudi on the Tracer looked absolutely outstanding. Opened up with that 3K in the beginning, but I mean that duo was just nasty. Let's refresh this page. Y'all got me some stats? Show me some stats. Stats from round 1. J9 is the Echo player. God, is Novulant. J9 is Novulant. You can tell leading the server in damage. No surprise there with an exact 7,000. How often does that happen? An exact 7,000 damage. Also leading the server in elims as well. See, Mr. Vaughn and Stu on the other side, just a little bit behind there. We'll say they're able to keep up with Sudi, but woo, that echo was nasty. Now, as we hark back at our bands, so seeing what we just saw, seeing a lot of Diva out from Bye Bye, and then the straight Ramatra comp from 721. Remember, this is 721's map pick, and given what we know, you can now see why Eikevalda was banned out. As much Eikevalda as we have seen played, and as good a Diva as we saw from Velvet. No surprise, we are now landing on King's Row.
Ready for battle.
They get a side swap. We are going to have 721 starting us off on the defense here. Sticking with a similar composition, but we are going to get Syntax on the Baptiste here. Are we? Oh! No, never mind. We're getting Buhens on the Baptiste. Let me double check. This is why I don't like streamer names. Throw me off on things.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Especially if you get 2 different people using streamer names, that can be interesting. All right. Velvet sticking with the Diva here to start things off. No big surprise. Get into map 2. Now the surprise here is this. An Ana coupled with an Iyari. This is a lot of range, and I mean, if they can keep these 3 safe up here, wonderful. But you are relying on some poke damage, and then Velvet and Novulant to be able to find the picks, be able to clean up. Oh, Mango is going in down low. Here comes the chase. The focusing beam is ready to go. And Mango is melted. That is all you needed. Velvet's able to chase Buten's down as well. And this is going to be a one and done on point A. You get a chance for a recontest. I don't think the tank's going to be able to make it back in time for a recontest. The tank wasn't the one that died. If the tank dying makes the recontest so difficult, especially without a Lucio. If you had a Lucio, then maybe you get the Lucio to go stall. As it stands, it's 5 on the clock. In the straights phase, here playing before bye-bye. Okay, how do you approach this very difficult corner with a high mobile comp and not a lot of room on the map to utilize it? That's a big pile. I don't need to open things up. Whoa! Wow, that was fast. It was a flank in the back. I was about to say, they looped around the outside. Oh my goodness. That was a beautiful flank in the back from Velvet and company. Everybody was looking downfield. I felt like the camera was kind of just the mentality of 721. They were watching, going, I know they're coming, I know they're coming. Where are they? Boom! 3 dead. What a play. God, I love it. That is what I'm talking about. You don't get to see that very often. That was sick. That is 2 fight wins in a row. Here for bye-bye is the outside set on the Foundry. Another huge purple win. We gotta watch some Myopop. You've gotta watch some Myopop. Just has been absolutely sick with it. Mango is gonna chase down, get the DMAC onto Velvet with the Transcendence use. The defense desperately need to stabilize here, and looks like Mango and Mitzi will grant message. Damn you, streamer mode. Syntax will grant it. Much needed here for the defense. Only costs 1 ult. This one could get wild, friends. This one could get wild. 9 ults online and ready to go, including Captive Sun and Duplicate. Captive Sun, nasty ultimate. Okay, who's gonna kick this off? You gonna get the nano? Nope. I thought you might use the nano and send the echo in, but it's good dynamite to start things off. Open up this fight. Moving around the outside. Nolan, ooh, has eyes. Mitzi, Syntax is able to take 1 down. Oh no, I didn't mean to hit that button. I didn't mean to hit that button either. We're gonna check out this Annihilation. We got an Immortality Field and an Amplification Matrix and Annihilation to run in the middle. Big Omnic Butler used as well. Both teams just kind of retreating behind their respective ultimates. As bye-bye are waiting for reinforcements to get back in this fight. Sudi, after showing us an insane tracer on map 1, has had insane impact on map 2 with a Nash. We're gonna get that Captive Sun up. Let's take a look. Puts that right onto Mango. A couple shots in the back. Immortality Field will keep him alive as Velvet is able to eat the Blizzard down low on the point. Now the Nano Boost thrown in, and Velvet's gonna go in deep as I hit the wrong camera, but you can just see all the pressure that Mango is under. Bob was thrown in from the defense. No one's able to handle that. Flanking Syntax is no match here for Novalit on the Echo, who's able to hold their duplicate for the 3rd point. Woo, those landed. Yeah, I think Stu had to use Ice Block. No cooldowns there in that lower right-hand corner as they're in this duel with Booga. Yeah. Woo, Stu wins it. Stu's aim has been nasty. Uh-oh, where are you going? Stu's aim has been absolutely nasty on the Mei. Those icicles have been ruthless. And they need it. Defense needs to hold here, and Stu lands another one. Stu delivers yet again. Good wall enables the follow-up kill onto Sudi. Defense holds with 2:30 to go. Support ults in the pocket. Let's see what you got. Another Captain's Son coming online here. Could be the initiation tool they need it. Never mind, they're going to use the duplicate. Aggression up front and pop the Nemesis form. Trying to find the back line, but the Transcendence combined with Ice Block will keep them alive through that. The duplicate annihilation is on the battlefield as Booga's going to go in and throw the Captain Sun from the back line. Blizzard down low. It's going to catch several people in this one. The first good Blizzard we've seen out of Stu today. It's still not enough to stop the onslaught. The Nano Boost and Velvet on the Diva immediately hunts down the back line of Mr. Vaughn. And the cart rolls around the final corner to push into its resting place. Eventually. Eventually rolls around this corner. Gotta respect that Discord Orb. Bob will come in. There's a little peel to help Velvet get out of that fight. It also forces quite a few people into hiding. Counter Bob comes out. Mr. Bob and Boohins have to be cautious. Ooh, let's take a look at the south side. Is that a Lucio? Booga has gone over to a Lucio and had side set here on the Zenyatta. I thought might try to take that duel. Backs out of it after getting the Discord Orb. With Velvet being demech, the whole team is disengaging. Kind of. Trying to. Why is Bob being referred to? Hey, why not? Why shouldn't we refer to the big Omnic Butler by his full government name? Huh? Why does it always have to be the acronym? Although, you gotta admit, big Omnic Butler do something. It just doesn't quite roll off the tongue, does it? Alright. Mango has an annihilation. Close to a Blizzard. High ground approach. Ooh, Velvet. That's a dangerous spot. That doesn't have the boosters to get out. Discord could make life hell. They do eventually worm their way up onto this high ground, keeping sights pressed down onto Mr. Vaughn and the rest of the back line. The peel is there from Mango, and Velvet has to back away. 12 seconds to go. There's a self-destruct awkwardly bouncing off that side. That was awesome! What a crazy bomb thrown in there from Velvet as the annihilation is just immediately shut down by an anti-nade here from Mayo, and as the seconds wane and overtime begins, you see Bye-Bye in form control of this point. Mr. Vaughn just cannot escape the doors. Nobody there to contest. Nano Boost just for good measure. And that's 3 points on the board.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Gotta give props to 721's defense a little bit on that. I mean, like, they lost 2 big fights out of the gate to kick things off, and were able to win that all-important one here. And then with 9 ultimates available for both in totality. There were not 9 ultimates for both teams. That would be wild. But with 9 check marks lit up on the top of your screen, the defense wins this fight here in front of the Foundry on the back of point B. Otherwise, I gotta feel like Bye-Bye is capping with a ton of time, with like 2.5, 3 minutes in the bank. They can look at our setup here. Booga Mayo in the expected corner. Sudi playing out of the window. No Velvet playing down low.
2, 1.
It's been the general strategy here. In talking with Min Only Boomed, they said one of the reasons they were able to kind of turn around, they started with that 0-1 at the beginning of the season that lost in the first game, and then won the 3 since, is not just settling for default strategies that they always practice in scrims, but really trying to respond to what their opponent is doing. See if they can do that here on their attack. As Mango goes down low. We have seen a little bit of a swap, a little bit of adjustments as they're going to roll up with the more traditional Bapiyari combo, at least more traditional way of using this high octane support. As it's a little bit of a pincer movement into the corner. That's going to find a DMAC onto Velvet. Meanwhile, up top, I think Stu's having some success as well. Has at least driven the support line away. Eventually does have to back off. But about enough time for Mango to get that all-important DMAC and start getting some progress going. No chance for a recontest. 1 and done here for 721 as well on point A. trouble. Big, oh, McButler, you get your ass in here right now, mister. Damn it, you're making me cackle here. All right, fortunately, it was kind of in between fights. We're just in a poke phase. Here, let's look at Mr. Vaughn. Let's see how this poke phase is going for both of our teams. Do we have a little bit of flanking? I thought I saw Novalent trying to get shaky. Just throwing down a little bit of damage before heading back up into their safety hole. Rally popped on the side, but a good sleep keeps Mango out of that fight. Still, everybody tried to converge onto the Brawl team, but they had an amplification matrix there. And that was a pretty flawless fight. I think they lost one. Yeah, looks like they lost Buhans during that. That's it. No, excuse me, they lost Syntax. Still, plenty of bodies here for 7-1 to push up and start to stabilize here on this final point. Start to set up a, I don't know if that's, let's say set up a defense, but you get the point. As the defense becomes the attackers. And Bob goes in to do something, but Velvet receives a nano boost out of the back line. That's increased damage mitigation on top of the block they've already got. With the Bionade in the mix, that's a lot of sustain here for Velvet. Still, a lot of damage comes in, and it's gonna be an eventual demise here for the newly swapped Ramatra. I think 7-1 might have Bye Bye right where they want him. Bye Bye have opted into the brawl, and this is 7-1's wheelhouse from what we've seen so far in a map and a half. And that was the fight that 7-1 were able to win on their defense. Bye Bye get overwhelmed after trying to swap to the Ramatra. Now have to hold for 5 minutes here if they want to move up to match point. Pulse misses from Stu on the high ground. Nuvalent not dissuaded, stays up there while Bob is thrown down low. Annihilation, was that? God, that was a lot of ultimate. Oh, it was a duplicate. Annihilation did come in from Mango. Defense does finally make a stand. That might. Okay, my brain about broke on that one. I look over at the Bob at the point, and the moment I look left, things are happening right. That just happens. All right. 7-1, want to tie the series, want to cap this with more than a minute remaining. Not even give Bye Bye the chance to attack. Ooh, it's going to be Annihilation thrown in the back. It was a really good Ravenous Vortex as Velvet just threw the Vortex down, caught all three in the back line. Novalent up on the high ground shooting through. Brilliantly done. Velvet just ignored Mango on that. Woo! Yeah, that was a little aggressive, Mia. A little bit aggressive. All right, Moon's making a swap over to the Ana. With these long hallways, long range sightlines, does make a bit of sense. Very difficult to get into an Ana that's this far entrenched back, but Velvet making a swap onto the Diva to help counter. With an Ana of their own, Nano Boost will just cut through Mango on the Winston, as well as Buhans as well. That is a pair of picks here in Velvet's pocket. Continue buying more time. Another good fight win and another pick for Velvet. All right, Mango, second attempt here. Swap into the Winston. The Winston Diva matchup is, I don't know, it still feels a little bit in Diva's favor after all of her buffs, but Winston's much better against it. Able to cut through armor. Nice opener there for Stu, taking Ana out of the fight early. Nova able to strike back though. And, well, it's a 4v5 win. Despite the early pulse, defense is able to clap back and hold on. All right. Mr. Butler and the captive son are ready to go. A little bit of a tickle battle down low between the tanks as Bob is thrown in. Booga was in a dangerous spot, fortunately for them. Velvet drew the aggro in the back. Still Mr. Von's able to pick up one, but they have lost Syntax. Aggressive move, duplicate cut down. Well, Velvet is searching for anywhere to go. 7-2-1 is able to win the battle on the front line and stave off the aggression from the defensive push from Novalunt and Velvet. Despite ultimates getting used. 30 seconds before that precious overtime mark. Booga comes out for the stall and is immediately cut down. Novalunt swap it over to Tracer to try to hold it off. Stu gets a bionade and is standing tall here by themselves on this point. Velvet has 20 seconds to hold here, but now no longer has armor, and Mango has returned to the fight. Primal Rage is ready to go. 14 seconds. Nano Boost thrown in onto Mango. The anti-nade onto Velvet. They will get demacked. Velvet is going to get touched down really quickly. 7 seconds as the Tracer returns. Novalunt on the point. The Bob doesn't make it. You big Omnic Butler, you did not stop this carpet. Mio and Booga are able to hold the line. Grant bye-bye. An attack by a mere 4 seconds. What a stall. How important. A stall coming out for bye-bye.
To 3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
All right. Both teams get a chance. Both teams get a chance. Whoa, whoa.
Ready for battle.
Syntax going back over to the Zenyatta. Bap Zed seemed quite vulnerable the first time around. The first time we saw it, at the very least.
Let's make this quick.
Decided on it? Okay. Ah, they weren't sure. They were discussing it. They were thinking about it. They're gonna roll with it. Look at our offense.
5, 4, 3.
It's the Bappy Yare backline. Really stands out here. A lot of extra damage. Then get this Captive Sun up. That could be just the ticket. That could be the one to put bye-bye on match point. They got 60 seconds to do it. Show me what you got. A lot of high ground poke pressure and a Discord orb to contend with. That does mean Stu is kind of alone on an island, but they're going to go ahead and try to go up to the back line first. Velvet down to half health, no more armor, forced to back out, as Syntax is able to pick up an opening pick. But Stu gets sandwiched as Velvet returns for a bit of peel to help protect the Yard. Without their Tracer, they're going to be able to hold here on defense. Velvet now with a little bit more positioning in Hotel because of it. Eventually does go back up to the high ground once again. Boons has to watch their side, pop the regenerative burst as Velvet moves in for the kill, but with overwhelming pressure, Velvet is forced out of that hallway, and Boons is going to continue putting shots down from the top. Will get D-Mech forced back into the corner. Nemesis form has been popped. Mango just has to force him off the point. Doesn't even have to give chase. Dude, cut down Novalunt.
3 to
And we get a call for a little letter number down in the bottom left. I don't know if I'm buying that one. We're calling that a good play from the defense.
initiating match.
Bye-bye are not able to get up to a round of ultimates, not able to find an opening pick, not able to close the gap against the Zenyatta on the high ground. Twice we saw Velvet try to go up there, but, I mean, the Discord Orb just immediately cuts your health pool by 20%. You cut through the armor that much faster, so the damage mitigation from the armor isn't as effective, which means your timing is just way faster. When playing as a diva, you kind of get that timing of I can sit here for so long putting down pressure, depending on what you're running into, before you have to bail. Velvet felt like they barely got out of there in time, barely got the cooldowns, even on the increased cooldowns on the boosters. Barely got it back in time to get out of dodge. And eventually got demeched. On the second attempt, Mango's able to chase him down and find the demech after putting in the initial, after getting thwarted from some initial pressure.
4,
Velvet was getting thwarted. All right.
attackers incoming.
Your Monday morning matchup continues. Well, it's, I guess, Monday time zone matchup continues.
Gains us nothing.
I'm the last one you'll ever
I missed the jump shot. Bad streamer. On a back line. Very similar defense what we saw on the other side. But Velvet sticking with what looks to be a cover pick on the Devo. Mango demands an immortality field to stay alive through the Bionade. But here we go. Syntax is already up top. Syntax has picked up 2. Lands the shot under the Tracer. Yet that recall's going to appear behind you. That was a headshot and a body shot. Gets the headshot again. Syntax with a 3-piece to help take Kings. Give me 4. Oh, Mr. Vaughn stole your 4th kill. We're tied up, y'all.
Victory. Play of the game.
Yeah. You betcha. Yeah, you bet. This was a hell of a move. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Well done. Well done. You know what? I was worried a little bit after their defense. You know, it started. You know, the first couple team fights with Bye Bye on the attack. Yeah, I mean they looked really dominant. And I was worried that 7-2-1 may have, I don't know, not boomed. That's not the right word. That's way too harsh. But, you know, maybe feeling a little discouraged after that map 1 loss. And we're starting to kind of fall behind a little bit. But holy cow, they pumped the brakes in a big way. Pulled that emergency brakes right there at the back of point B. And, I mean, it was that fight. That fight win. That 9 ultimate fight. That 7-2-1's able to come out on top. Hold that cart. That was it. That was a map-winning fight. They follow the rest through. They follow the rest of the thread through. They execute on their attack beautifully. And we're tied. Let's take a look at some stats from round 2. That's actually kind of cool, but it's not quite what I intended. Nope. Right button. I found the right screen. All right. What stands out here from round 2? I mean, a really big catch-up. What stands out to me is the damage difference here. Look at the damage difference between, God, what? Novolent. I don't know why that name, Novolent is a difficult name for me for some reason. It just doesn't want to stick. But look at the damage difference. So Novolent took over the lobby in round 1 on the Echo. Round 2, Mr. Vaughn and Stu both coming back. Now, Sudi kind of stepped up. Now, we did get a little bit of a role swap. I think Novolent was playing Tracer through a bit of that. We did see a bit of the Novolent Echo through a lot of that as well. But DPS really stepping up. Mr. Vaughn on the Ash. Leading the charge in that one. Brilliant. All right. We're looking at heading into map 3. Map 3, we're still finalizing some lineups. Everybody staying the same? I think I've been saying syntax. I think it's Santix. Like semantics, but Santix. So I apologize. That just dawned on me. I'm sorry if I've been mispronouncing your name. Santix. We're just happy here for map number 3. Remember, Colosseo was banned out by 7-2-1. And bye-bye with the Runasapi pick. Which, seeing how much RAM, and seeing, I mean, really just how good 7-2-1 is when the Ramatra comp, I'm actually kind of surprised they banned out Colosseo. Because this map feels very good for a Diva. Feels very good for Diva Tracer Echo, right? I mean, am I crazy? Now, I mean, this is part of your map bans are early, right? Oh, here, we got a side swap at the top, don't we? So, you know, it could be the thing that 7-2-1 just didn't know. They didn't know that Velvet had this kind of diva on him or something like that. You know, anticipated more just Ramatra on Ramatra, perhaps. anticipated more brawl. That's pure speculation. But that is the nature of this format, where your picks and bans are all at the very beginning, before you see any compositions, before you even start map 1, as opposed to loser pick or loser ban kind of thing, where you're immediately responding to the compositions you saw on the other side. All right, let's get into map 3. Velvet is, in fact, well, I mean, they're going back to the much more of the composition we saw back in Control. But Nuvolit is on the Tracer instead of the Echo. So, now, there's a lot of avenues on this map, but not a lot of high ground. So there is a lot of different throughways and ways to cut through the map, but not a lot of high ground to work with. So that does justify the kind of explain the Tracer over the Echo. Early pick here for 721, for bye-bye, excuse me. '71 playing around the Mega and just not willing to give up this point. They're saying, hey, you want to come fight on our ground, be our guest. But it does mean that 721 are then forced to keep at least one person out towards the bot. Otherwise, TS1 is just going to get away from him. And it was Stu's job to do that, and successfully doing so. Bot will rotate back around as Bye-Bye cut through the inside here to cut him off at the pass. Early Ant Matrix up here from 721. Where is that bad boy? Oh, that's off on the side there. Nicely done. The brawl approach working well. 721 looking very practiced on this map. They knew exactly what they wanted to do and exactly how they wanted to play it. Executed well. Really good job from Stu to not allow the bot to get away but not die at the same time. Like, that's so dangerous for a Tracer. You're basically running into a 1v3 to 1v5 depending. Stu's able to successfully do as much. Now, do have ultimates on the other side. The big Omnic Butler is thrown into the mix, try to cut off that backfield area where we saw 721 wanted to hide on the previous point. Not going to be allowed access here on this one. As Velvet goes to the inside, that pole stuck onto something. Immortality Field is up. Sound barrier now out. 721 are not going to give up on this fight. They're going to surge back out using a pulse of their own. Whoops. But running into Kitsune Rush is a dangerous prospect. Ooh, little double kill. Ah, nice. Booped. I guess Santix just jumped in the air. But we got a little boop in there. Kind of threw him off. He gets the shot either way. That was a damned if you do, damned if you don't moment for Santix. Okay, so it doesn't, the top of the screen does not look like 721 got checkpoint here. So no close spots. They are able, well, I was going to say they're able to force Bye-Bye back. I don't think that's the case. Bye-Bye wants to hold this corner. Just decided to hold this corner. Where they can kind of set up a little bit of high ground and then long angle. Self-destruct is going to go all the way back into the back as we get the Deadeye from Mr. Vaughn. I couldn't get to your pop in time. I'm sorry, Mr. Vaughn. You take Sudi down with it. Oh, but are chased down by Mayo and Velvet. With a sound barrier thrown in, it's going to be a big push here from Bye-Bye. As Velvet goes into the back line, trying to hunt down Santix and will find him. Santix. Wait. Somebody get this man a stream deck. Using F keys to try to swip between paws sucks. It sucks. Oh my, I really just need to get a controller plugged in. Alright. Very close to that checkpoint. They have the reinforcements here. They do have all 5 players here. And 721 is trying to push on the inside here to intercept Velvet and the rest of Bye-Bye. And this is form pop. Velvet is just like walking into dangerous territory. Just strolled into the Hornet's nest, whistling a tune. Gets immediately demeched. Nuvolit is trying to trade this back at Buka. Finds a kill on Omega. The Lucio just stood face to face with the Ramatra and won it. Bop throw it in. Will say that checkpoint's picked up. Close spawns now available. here for 7-2-1. And then, of course, the bot won't stop at that point if they get control again. So, kind of get an extra team fight win by getting that checkpoint. They do lose their close spawns, but get control of the point. 2 avenues to push through. Velvet, you want to loop all the way around? Oh, look at that long sideline. Sideline there for Mr. Vaughn. And this kind of either forces the fight here or forces the fight in the middle. They're trying to take both. As Stu moved in from the outside. Sound barrier now in. Here from 7-2-1 is looking to fend off. Mr. Vaughn with another Deadeye. Kitsune rush up the middle. Mr. Vaughn not going to try to stop them in the middle of that. Still just a bit of a poke battle. Velvet finally makes a move towards the inside. All attention towards Mr. Vaughn, who popped the Dead. Then Velvet just ducks right back out. They're not able to get out safely, at least not clean. You have a self-destruct to try to get back in the mech and use the cover behind the food truck there to make that happen. Meanwhile, Sudi finds a pair of kills on the outside. And this very tight battle back and forth is going in Bye-Bye's favor. They finally get this bot over the line. Have an opportunity to get some close spawns of their own. The Tracer duel going on up here. That's an Ant Matrix from Saint X at the beginning of the fight. Vaughn is here to make use of it. Moves back down to help Mango push forward. Finds the D-Mac onto Velvet as they approach. Turns those huge right hooks, or those huge hooks, excuse me, onto Booga as well as Mayo. Both supports falls, just good aggression, good push there from Mango. Was that close? Ooh, that is the checkpoint and the lead? No, that is just the checkpoint. Excuse me. There for Bye-Bye. Everybody get close spawns. I'm not sure everybody got close spawns. Oh, yeah, they did. Nova was just down low. Is that Bob sort of a room with a lot of small people in it? That was a lot of squishes with Bob holding a party. Velvet running away with the bot. Well, 7-2-1 has to deal with Bob. It'll kind of just cut through the inside here to intercept Bye-Bye around the corner. We have a sound barrier coming up online, but Booga's beat him to it. Doesn't look like Bye-Bye's able or made the read that they had the sound barrier advantage. They're not going to tempo beat on this, but Novolent will pick up a kill on to Santix at the beginning of the fight. Sound barrier used to keep Mango alive as this fight goes right here into the middle of the map. Novolent has Mango down low. Sudi finds the pick, but Novolent gets cut down by Stu. Booga's still able to hold on to the sound barrier. Maybe held on to it a little too long. Fight is going in 7-2-1's favor. Booga just has to run away from Mega. A nice edge fight where just one Lucio ends up running away with TS1 to get that bot as close as possible, but has to regroup back. Do with a little sneaky sneak. Got the stick onto the back of the Diva. Then get the follow-up on it. Initiated the fight. Velvet still manages to just push in. As everybody clumps into a tiny corner. Annihilation is going to come out. As the sound barrier fades, but Novolent has already found multiple picks on the other side. I had the wrong palm here. I should have been on Novolent through this fight. Holy cow. That's going to be checkpoint. No, checkpoint was already picked up. That's right. That's the lead. All right. I just wanted to verify that, but that is the importance of getting that checkpoint in the previous fight. 45 seconds, and for the first time on this map, Bye-Bye has the lead. A couple of ults online here, including the Deadeye and the AM Matrix. This would be an interesting combo. I think we've tried to see them use this already once this map, this particular ultimate combo. Yep, and Mr. Mango is following Santix around the outside, making sure to maintain cover while Mango escorts the bot forward. Does feel like Mango is a bit on an island here as the rest of their supports are a bit far back. Mango doesn't want to get out of the LOS. You see the rest of the team on the back of Mr. Vaughn's Deadeye has just kind of forced to disengage. Little rolling around the Rosie. It's Big Army Baller once again into the small room. Velvet able to utilize that. So is Sudi. Sudi inside. Finds one. Finds two. And it is bye-bye. Coming up with back-to-back fight wins after not having the lead for the entire map. They steal it away at the end and steal the win along with it. They're going to go up 2-1 in the series.
Play of the game.
Sudi just hitting like every shot. That was rad. That was nice. That was nice. Whew. The Battle of the Brits absolutely delivering here today. I mean, it was 7-1 were in firm control. They had a good lead. They had early checkpoint advantage, early spawn advantage with that, and just there in the final two fights. And it wasn't really any major changes. It felt like just small executional changes between our teams. And some good adaptation. I mean, you can't help but feel that Bye-Bye had to adapt to what 7-2-1 were doing. 7-2-1 really kind of set the pace there in the beginning of that map. And Bye-Bye, oh boy, did they adapt. Let's take a look at some stats there from round 3. That is not the right button. Correct button. Sudi. Woo. Sudi. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. Sudi absolutely just took over that lobby. Holy cow. That's nuts. That's nuts. More than doubled the damage of Stu. Almost doubled the damage of Mr. Vaughn. Doubled the damage almost like by 40 or so. Almost doubled the damage of Novalant. Novi. I'm trying to just imprint it in here. Nova. I'm so sorry, babe. I'm trying to just imprint it in here. Oh man, but look at that. Look at that round 3 performance from Sudi. Woo-wee. All right, we're getting any changes? I don't say anything. I wouldn't expect any. I mean, both teams are playing really well. The synergy looks good. Everybody looks to be on. It's this is just a good match. This is a damn good match. Whoa. EMEA or Mayo or Mio, I mean, I've had a hell of a carry. They've had a hell of a carry all series. All right, Saravasa. Let's see. This was a Colosseo ban from 7-2-1. Wait. No, that's not. No, that's correct. Wait. Map 4. This was 7-2-1's map pick. That was a Colosseo ban from Bye-Bye, I believe. God, my brain is just failing now. Oops, I was the last one in the lobby. Sorry, y'all.
Initiating match.
But it's Flashpoint. There was no ban. It's Flashpoint. That's why my brain is failing. Good lord. All right. Skunk moment. Once I get my skunk moment emoji in, that would have been your opportunity. See, that's what I'm just trying to demonstrate what a proper skunk moment looks like. That was it. All right. Wait, what?
I'm in charge.
Excuse me. You're just being silly, right? Yep.
We build
You're just being silly. You're not actually being Jay silly. Ooh, I like that. The Lotus Overwatch. That was cool. All right, it's Novalent with the Tracer. Okay. Again, kind of similar concept, where it's a lot of different avenues to approach, so it's important to have the Tracer. I mean, we've seen Echo work fairly well in Serve also. Oh, Santix! Oh, early positioning just completely negated by an opening pick here from Santix on the Ayari. And that is just first cap right there, based off of just her beautiful aim. That is how you start out strong after losing push. Eyes over there. Oh, Novalent gets picked off down low, and once again, first blood early out of the fight. Now we do have Sudi coming in with an important trade onto the map, and this is going to give the confidence needed over to Bye Bye to move it on to this point. Velvet in deep, Mango down low, arms up, Nemesis form fading shortly as they try to use the pylon for health, but pylon cannot out-heal the damage coming in. And it's a good pick from Sudi. Despite them falling in this fight, Sudi gets that kill onto the BAP as they're disengaging. And it's enough for them to find the flow. They're not going to get this up for free. Velvet's just moving back to top up a little bit. Now they're going to deny that recap. Get the Kitsune Rush thrown in over the point, and Sudi's able to use that to find an early pick. Booga picks up one as well. Both Sudi and Booga drop down low. It's just a lone BAP on the point. Nice pair of headshots here to close things out for this fight. Did he use the pulse? Oh, wait. Did Stu use a pulse on that, or am I crazy? Novalent has swapped over to the Echo in that previous fight, so that's a big difference maker there. Sudi still seems to be kind of the BBG of the lobby at the moment. Xanax trying to come over the top, aiming a a Captive Sun directly in their direction. Not able to find the pick. Ooh, that was a slick little headshot. We still have the flanking already down low. Another headshot onto Sudi as the dynamite lands from the outside. Healing not enough as Santix finds their second kill of the fight. Whew. When Manly Boone said Santix had a just insane aim on their flex support. They were not lying. Bob thrown down into the back. Sound barrier used here from Bye Bye as they move on to the objective. EMEA falls down low, and Velvet just gets pummeled out of their mech. Tried to get an immortality field from the duplicate, and Mango falls to Novalent here on the Echo. Sudi and Echo are still on this point. Sudi and Novalent are still here. They're actually going to win this out in a 99-99. Here comes Stu back onto this point. They're the only DPS. They had the pulse, but the pulse won't land. That is not. It was a 2v1. You would stop throwing C9s in chat so liberally. I granted you the other one just as a man, whatever. No. I will not have that one. Point advantage. Over to Bye Bye, heading into our second objective. Ooh, they're going to chase down. They're not going to move to the point. Velvet, fine. Santix caught out of position. Meanwhile, we did get a rotation here from 721 onto the objective. But look at that dive in from Velvet Booga. Oh my, that was coordinated. That was slicking on the back of a Kitsune Rush here from EMEA. I'm just going to throw every different pronunciation of this three-letter name I can out. But holy cow, tip of the hat to you. Sudi. So I was thinking Sudi was just about to work some magic there. They've done it so many times, I've just come to expect it from him now. All right. No ultimates just yet. A couple of support coming up soon here for 7-2-1, though. Oh, Suni gets that pick and has a big Omnic Butler in the pocket. I think Bob is staying put for now as, yeah, Mango just moves on to this point. I don't know if there's time for another attempt here. 2 early picks. This fight ends before it ever really got started. The kill here would be disastrous. Those late picks are actually pretty disastrous. Both supports falling past the 80% marks means there is absolutely no chance at a recontest.
Lost. Next flashpoint guarded.
Novalit trying to claim their crown back as most DPS in the lobby. Duplicate alive. Oh my goodness. This is going to be quite a fight here for 7-2-1 to try to pull this off. They have swapped over to a Mei. Gone to a little bit more brawly style here with the Mei. And the Sanix with the Captain Sun. That got completely eaten. Big flank here for the Ayaria on the outside as the self-destruct is thrown in over the middle. Velvet's able to get one with that. Neil finds another. Bob thrown in finds 2. It's like spectacular ult usage here. 3 invested from Bye Bye and all 3 finding value. That's painful. Santic staggered. Potential last opportunity for a good fight here for 7-2-1. Depending on how long this draws out, they may have to rush a last fight if they lose this one. They have 1 ult to work with, that one in the pocket of Mr. Vaude on the Ashe. They're going to run into a Kitsune rush, and they're going to throw out their own Bob very early in the fight. Velvet putting a lot of early pressure onto the back line, and Santix and Mr. Vaughn both die. Still, a little bit of a clapback. Is Stu putting those icicles to great effect. Buhins falls, but Mango is still on this point. 2 players left alive here for 7-2-1. Trying to keep the hopes going. Suni's able to cook down 1. Faced with 2 DPS, Mango cannot survive. Can anybody make it back? The only saving grace was Mango was able to get 13% in their favor, which means otherwise this map would be done. Could finish this map out here. 7-2-1 have a slight hope to keep this going. I see 3 players on the point. Might have some boosters. Will indeed body block Mr. Vaughn for a moment, but they're able to get on the objective just in time. They die just as they put a foot on the point. Buhins falls, not facing much better. Santix is low, and there's no supports left on this objective as Mango pops the annihilation. One last bastion of hope. Facing a self-destruct, it is not going to be enough. It'll be a 3-1 as Bye Bye take this series in hand. 7-2-1, their first loss in 4 weeks or in 4 matches. A hell of a series, a hell of a showing, but Novalant and Sudi were one of the most dominant DPS duos we have seen here on this stream. GGWP all around, but a big tip of the cap over to Bye Bye and that DPS duo. Holy hell. Impressive stuff. Impressive stuff. Take a look back at our scores here from the day. It was a very close Lijiang, a very back and forth Lijiang despite being 2-0. It was a wicked couple of attacks right out of the gate for Bye Bye, and I thought 7-2-1 might just have thrown in the towel there. A lesser team would have just rolled over and died after those first 2 fights there on Kings, but no. 7-2-1, they've got that titanium mental. They stick it out. They win a really, really important fight on the back of point B. They're able to leverage that into a time-bank advantage heading into extra innings and win Kings, but oh man, they took that momentum into Runasapi as well. They took that momentum into a couple of early fight wins on Runasapi. They got first point control, first early spawns on push, and maintained their lead throughout the entirety of that map until the final 90 seconds. In the final 2 fights, we see Bye Bye step it up and just take over there on Runasapi. I mean, it was Sudi that had just the overwhelming damage numbers there on Runasapi. And then a very clean Surabasa. Very, very clean Surabasa. A little bit of back and forth, but Bye Bye looked like they had just wrestled it into firm control by that point. As we take a look back, Sudi, look at those numbers on Runasapi. Look at that. Just look at that. Look at that insanity. With that, I think I'd give MVP to the DPS line of Bye-Bye. Novi and Sudi. Novi and Sudi just absolutely destroyed. They were a force to be reckoned with all series long. But big congrats to Bye-Bye. Oh, hey. Let me get this. Well earned. 3 on the board for you. Boom. There we have it. Hey, that does it for our first match of the week. Got a lot more coming up. Later, I'll be back later today for some NA expert action. As we are gonna have Heatwave taking on ASU. A little bit of collegiate action there. We got Cabe, formerly of Fisher. Just graduated from Fisher there. Played on Heatwave against the Arizona State University Sun Devils. So, hope to see you back here. That will be, that one's going to be a little bit early. That's actually at 7 o'clock Eastern. So, a little bit earlier than usual on that one. But I got matches lined up all week. Schedule at the bottom is absolutely ready to go. Thank you for the follows at the end. We had, that was Gas, aka Volvet, coming through with a follow. Nevix, thank you so much. Sudi, here we go. Bye-Bye showing up. Bye-Bye showing up here. I appreciate it. Novi coming through with the follow. Sorry, I kept forgetting your name in the middle of that. I'm just going to go with Novi. I hope you don't mind me shortening it. It just helps me to remember it. Sudi and Novi kind of rhyme, right? Y'all were awesome. It was an absolute honor to get to see these teams. It's my first time seeing either of these teams on stream. They look spectacular. We'll definitely get both of them back here. Both of them look to be strong contenders here in EMEA Expert. So, all right. Well, that's going to do it for now. I'll see you back here at roughly, 6:45 Eastern time. But until then, enjoy the rest of your day. Happy time zones. See you soon. Bye, friends.